in Thailand, the south of Thailand. And this is what it's known for. So they had this soccer tournament and they were all playing and stuff. We went to go watch. Bro, when I rocked up, everyone was staring at me. Like, who the hell is this guy? Like,
Yeah, I can imagine.
because they get zero like visitors, like tourists.
Not true, yeah.
Because like 2 hours from the nearest airport, like what are the chances of someone coming to visit Patani? So then, bro, they're staring at me like it's obvious, yeah. they're like tapping their mate. Hey, look, they point straight,
Wallah.
like from a distance, bro.
Yeah.
But like it's obvious.
Christopher Columbus.
It's the weirdest thing, bro.
G'day guys, welcome to another episode of Fair Income. Today we've got a interesting episode. Mr. Ali had left down under to
Yes.
go to a certain spot in Asia. Do you want to just develop on where you went?
Yeah, so I went Thailand, and this was my first time going. I went to Phuket and also Patani, like the south of Thailand, which is pretty random. Because when I was explaining to people, yeah, I'm going to Thailand, and then they're just assuming, oh, Bangkok, yeah, or Phuket.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, no, I'm going Phuket, but then I'm also going to a place like Patani. I was like, what are you on about? Like,
Yeah. And
you know,
this-
so the weird thing is, like Patani, when I was explaining it to people, and once I went there, I figured out exactly how it works. It's like on the border of Malaysia and Thailand, on the
Okay.
south.
yeah.
So it's like connected. I don't know too much about the history, but like I think there is history, like it was part of Malaysia. So like all the people over there spoke, like they still speak Malay till this day.
Oh, wow.
So they speak Thai and Malay.
Ah.
So from growing up, they're just speaking two languages, which is weird.
Majority Muslim.
90% actually.
Oh,
Because
wow.
Malaysia is like already majority of
Yeah.
Muslim. It's a Muslim country,
Yeah.
so basically like
Mm,
influence
exactly.
into
Yeah.
that little part maybe.
Indonesia has the highest rate of Muslims, isn't it?
I'm not too sure actually.
I think it's
Possibly, yeah.
apparently Somalia is 100%.
Yeah.
And then you got
I've heard that as well. Yeah.
Indonesia is about 90 something as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, hit us up with who you went with and all that sort of stuff.
Okay.
I want to
So
put you on the spot.
no, that's fine. That's fine. So initially, yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go on a solo trip. I asked you guys to see if you're down because I'm like, if you guys come, inshallah, it'll be mad. Like it'll be even better. But then,
Let them know when you invited me.
Yeah,
yeah, to be
I'm
honest,
waiting for
well,
that too as
When
well.
did- yeah. He said
I'm
it
waiting
right,
for-
he
yeah,
said
no,
us
he,
up,
he
bro.
told us I'm going.
Oh yeah, I'm going the week before. He's
Week
like, oh, if you
before,
want to
yeah.
come, I'll asylum. Like,
And then you know the last
Okay.
episode that we did about the trip, it's like I invited you guys, and both me and you. Mr. Hell looked at me like, "Did he invite you too?"
yeah, sorry boys, but my initial plans was to go on my own. So
no, it's all right. Next
it
time,
was
don't
one of
invite
those
me.
like those Arab things. Ahlan wa sahlan. Yeah.
Yeah. It never happens.
Yeah, exactly.
He said, but like shit.
Yeah.
No one ever wants anything. Don't
It's
ask.
like you
for
better say
nothing.
salam
Yeah,
bro.
that's it, bro. That's it.
But yeah, it was good. First time traveling, so I left on like the Thursday. From the start, I struggled to get a lift to the airport. It's like everyone forgot about me straight away. But yeah, I had so there's all these requirements to like before you leave to go on the flight, like vaccine and like you gotta book like a specific hotel, like vaccinated staff.
I'm still doing that.
Yeah,
Did a PCR test and everything.
because not every country is like open to go. Like Malaysia's still not open. So like for Asian countries, that I think Thailand and I think Bali are the
Yeah.
best options.
Mm.
But then Thailand, you don't have to quarantine. So I think that's like why so many people were going. Like my flight was actually packed. Like it was full packed. I was really surprised because I thought it was like a random Thursday. Why are people going to go? Like uni's back, work, and like people back full time and stuff. But it's not that bad. Like you do like 3-4 steps of the procedure of like going. And once you arrive as well, you do another test.
Yeah.
But then once you're there, it's like, bro, that wasn't that hard. Like it was all worth it. I don't have to quarantine. That's the main thing.
It's true, but especially you have to do a test like twice as well. I hate it when they put it up to your nose.
Yeah, but it's like, think about it. If I get to travel, of course you're going to take it. You suck it up, bro.
Well, we took vaccines to just breathe outside.
Oh, no, that's
Exactly.
basically yeah.
So it's like we'll do anything to travel.
How ugly is it being on an airplane when you have to keep the mask on?
Bro, the whole time I had to
Wait,
keep
you have
it
to wear
on.
the mask.
Yeah,
You
and they're
have to
full on,
wear it
man.
the whole time, bro.
Because like even if you're sleeping, like, bro, you have it even like your nose showing and they're like, oh, excuse me, fix your mask. It's like, bro.
That one
Yeah,
there.
but I'm just thinking like, okay, everyone's vaccinated, everyone's taking their PCR test, everyone's negative, and then you still have to wear the mask on the plane.
I know,
That
man.
doesn't make sense.
That's not the problem, yeah. Imagine you're sleeping on a 14-hour flight, and then your mask just slips a little bit off your nose, and you're in deep sleep. You're like, beautiful. I'm gonna knock off 9 hours of this flight, and all you feel is a massive, heavy boof. Excuse me, can you just? I'm like, bro.
It's like you woke me up for that. It's like, come on, man.
Wallah azim, I was gonna lose my mind because that was just absolute
Has
filth.
that happened to you a couple of times when you were flying to?
In the
England?
I went the Europe trip, bro.
Mm.
Oh my god, bro! It was like I held a gun on the plane. Cause
Yeah, it's bad. Like they take it. Oh, it's too much, man.
yeah.
Like for my flight, alhamdulillah, I slept like 80%, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but then it just worked out well.
Mm.
And I rocked up, and then I had to take like a. So it was a booked like pre-arranged taxi. You got to be part of your
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
procedure. So it was actually a lot better. It worked out better for me.
Mm.
And so it was like an hour drive for me, and then I got to the hotel, and the guy's like, "Oh, you got to pay like a deposit or something. You know, things like things
Oh,
break
yeah,
in the
yeah,
hotel
yeah.
room, whatever, all this type
A
of
bond
stuff."
or something.
But he didn't tell me about this, or they didn't say in the hotel website, whatever.
If it's pulling your leg.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like it's obviously a lot. It's like
Mm.
like Australian dollars. So it's a fair bit of like Thai baht. So like
Yeah.
Thai baht, I think it's like 25 is $1 Australian dollar. So they're
Yeah,
asking
so
me for like 3,000 baht.
You wanted to go buy a house quick. Come down.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like.
So it's a little side quest, little side job.
Yeah,
for you, you know?
Yeah,
right.
this guy's just trying
Trying
to
to
make money off
finesse.
the Aussie, bro. That's what it was.
Was he actually trying to finesse?
No,
or was this
no,
legit?
it wasn't. It was actually like it was a legit deposit, but then I didn't know about it.
Yeah.
And like this is my first time traveling, right? So I have no cash on me. I don't know why, and I saw the opportunity to get money on the airport, but I'm like, you know what? I don't want to get ripped off with these rates. But then
Yeah.
it's like, oh, now I'm stuck. What do I have to do? The guy's like, yeah, just go walk, turn right and start walking, and then you'll see an ATM. Bro, it was like dead. It was like midnight. Nothing was happening. There's like stray dogs. Like I was like, this is my first time in a new
Oh,
country. Yeah.
Was it
By
was it
myself.
the is that road next to the beach? We just keep walking straight.
I don't know the names of the streets.
So wait,
I'm
so
gonna
you
be
got
honest.
there.
Ah, okay.
So you arrived in Phuket first,
Yeah,
yeah?
Phuket. Yeah,
Okay.
sorry. Yeah.
And then you got into the taxi. You're driven an hour.
Yeah, this is
to-
all like 11 o'clock or whatever.
Is this? Did you go towards the city or you outside the city? Where were you staying?
I think it's towards the city.
I think
Yeah,
the city is part of the beach, like it's the beach side, like
yeah.
like
I
Gold
think
Coast
I think
and
it's
stuff.
part of the city.
yeah.
Because bro, the area I stayed in, it's called Patong Beach.
That's yes, that's what. That's
Did
why
you
I
stay
stayed
there?
I
No.
stayed there. I remember
Oh
now.
my
Like
Patong
some
Wood.
big
That is a
bangs
beautiful
and that.
place.
Bro, it's better to stay there if you're a non-Muslim. I'm gonna be honest.
Allah.
Like all the drinking and stuff, like
There's a lot of stuff
bad.
there.
Like nightlife, massage places, bro. It's just-
Better to stay there if you're a non-Muslim. The massage places.
Allah, I think
This guy
Bro,
left.
look, hey, like seriously, I've been in Malaysia a lot of times, yeah.
yeah.
And part of our Malaysia trips, like over the years, were like, yeah, massage is one of the like the nice things to do. But bro, it's just filthy over there.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Like there's streets, like
Yeah.
Ahmed knows, there's
Mm.
streets you're walking past and you can see that like there's lined up massage places, like 5 in a row, 4 in a row on the other side. It's like crap.
Notorious for that.
You can't
And
avoid it,
I'm
and you know the issues, and they come up to you as well.
Oh,
can't avoid it.
bro,
They come
it's
up to you.
bad,
Tell us,
man.
tell us a little story about.
I'm telling you, like, like fair enough. They want customers, right? Like
100%.
it's competition. They got to get your attention. Whatever. I'm a guy by myself. Thank God, you like some people wearing masks. So I wore the mask just to like cover my expressions because all they need is one moment of eye contact.
Yeah.
Should have wear
You're
sunglasses, bro.
finished after that, bro.
It's the Queen Victoria market of
No,
Asia.
it's bad. It's like,
Yeah.
you want massage? You want massage? Yeah, come here. Oh, it's bad. Like, look, they try and then they stop. Yeah, they try only so much, but the lady boys don't care. Like they're the ones at the front.
They're the more persistent ones.
They're actually a lot more persistent. Where it's like they'll shove the fly in your face. They would try caress your arm or like touch your shoulder. Like it's bad. Like I know it's not a good time to start talking about this, but like this is just the
yeah.
reality. Like
Yeah.
there's certain areas in Phuket like you just gotta avoid. Like
Yeah,
it's
avoid it,
bad.
yeah, of course, yeah.
Like let's just like keep it straight as well. Like the whole scene of like lady boys and that, it's normal. Like there's that many of them that it's normalized within the community over there, and like there's a lot of Muslim ones as well. I asked my friend as well. I'm like, look, you gotta be straight up with me, bro. Is there a lot of like Muslim lady boys?
Oh jeez.
And he's like, yeah, like heaps. Like it's normal. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, what are you on about?
What?
So what you're telling me is that this information is not disclosed beforehand. So people are like marrying ladyboys by accident and stuff.
Oh, like I didn't ask about that. I should have.
That one would be weird.
No,
like-
that's surprised. I'm not, because I never, obviously, when I went to Thailand, there was, I didn't meet any Muslim people. It was just more like going to the mosque and stuff like that.
Mm.
But when I with the Muslim lady, I was surprised.
Yeah,
that
man.
there's-
Because
there
like
is.
you know, Phuket's like a lot of Buddhists in that as well.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So
yeah.
it's like they actually use a lot of Muslims, but then it's more Buddhists in Phuket.
Mm.
but it's bad. Like my friend, like for example, we'll get to the story when I see my friend and stuff. But then when he would show me online, like, you know, these famous Thai people online, like girls and that, and you just like he'll take the piss kind of. He'll be like, oh, like,
Is this hot? Is she hot?
What do you think? What do you think this girl like? Is she good looking, whatever? I'm like she's not ugly. It's like, yeah, lady boy. And he keeps showing me, bro. It's like, what do you think of her? Like on the street. Like, she's alright. He's like, yeah, lady boy. Like 7-Eleven workers, bro. It's bad, man.
It's normalized there,
Yeah,
babe.
it's so normal. Like, there's 7-Elevens, it's mostly Muslim girls working there, and the counters and stuff. And then there'll be, like, obviously,
Outside
normal
the
girls, lady boys. Like, it's just normal. And there's a lot of people that live there, like, even foreigners, a lot of Europeans.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
I can't live there. I love the place. I would go maybe again with, like...
Someone.
Yeah,
by
not
yourself.
alone.
Guardian. Parental.
yeah. I need some guidance, bro, straight out. But I was there for 3 days. So, like, I did a bit of the water activities, went to, like, Tiger Kingdom, like, elephant trekking and all that. Just
I reckon we go day by day, just so we know. So first
Yeah,
day
yeah,
you
sorry,
arrive, you're kicking it with the stray dogs at the ATM.
yeah,
And then the next day-
See, I forgot about that.
yeah.
So I
Go.
eventually found the ATM, right?
Mine's on the lady boys.
Yeah, so I finally found an ATM, and the first ATM I went to, I put it in, and then I put the pin in, and it said incorrect pin. I'm thinking, oh, here we go.
No, you're gonna
But did you use the actual card from?
Yeah, I brought
Australia?
my physical card
Okay.
because ING apparently, like, you can get free international transactions.
Okay.
So I did that, and then it's like incorrect pin. I tried it like 3-4 times. It's like, oh, like, I can't remember the exact words, but it's like, it doesn't work. Like, contact your bank. I'm thinking, oh crap! Like, I'm in a country, my whole trip possibly, I'm not gonna be able to cash out.
No way.
Yeah, and it's because midnight. Like,
Nothing
I just want to go to
around.
sleep, bro. Or
Yeah.
like, I haven't even been in my hotel room. Suitcases are still at the lobby. So like, a lot's going through my mind. I'm like, bro, I just need things to happen.
I should have told Sus 3 weeks earlier.
I needed guidance, bro. But like, eventually I went to like the third ATM, and then my pin somehow worked. Like, I have like 3 or 4 in my mind, and it eventually worked. Alhamdulillah, all good. But transaction was like $8.
I remember when we went to the kebab, you forgot your pin. This guy never uses his card as well.
Yeah, because I'm always using my phone. Like in
Yeah.
Australia,
Yeah.
like
I was like, you don't use your card?
no,
I was like,
bro.
you know, like maybe when your phone doesn't work out of data. You have the card done,
Yeah.
you have the pin number. And this guy, we're at the kebab shop. I'm like, oh yeah, like, you gotta pay? I bet. He gets the card. Oh, I don't remember my pin number.
Because bro, it's just easy. Double tap. Like, can't the card show my face or something?
Why
My
don't you
face
make it
ID.
something obvious?
Oh no, like I have like 3 or 4 pins that I juggle with.
Ah, big man. What card are you talking about? American Express.
I wish, bro. I wish I
Yeah,
could
something on
speak
the
that
side.
game. I wish I could speak that game. But then, yeah, that was alright. Alhamdulillah, everything worked out well. So then, because I was only there for 3 days, I was thinking, okay, what do I want to do? Like, there's actually too much. Like, Phuket's actually huge, bro. Like, you look at the map, it's basically an island next to Thailand. And there's, like, way too much. So I was, like, thinking, what the hell do I do? I want to relax as well, but then that's going to take half my day. I'm going to miss out on all these opportunities to go, like, these, like, water activities and stuff. But the first day, I can't remember exactly. I think I went to Tiger Kingdom. So basically, you see the tigers and cheetahs and that,
The
bro.
drugged out tigers, yeah?
Yeah,
Take
bro.
a photo with them?
But then I didn't realize till afterwards, bro. I'm thinking, I'm too, like, gassed in the moment. Like, I want to do this because I'm scared, but I'm also excited.
Yeah.
But then I only realized afterwards, oh crap, they're drugged out, bro.
Bro, imagine you just sitting there, the guys just, the tigers looking at you, just chilling, like, yeah, so.
I
You
didn't,
touch me and take a photo and get out of here, yalla.
yeah, bro.
Yeah, like,
Yalla,
next.
next.
You know?
I didn't fathom it at all, bro. It's like too, like, trying to conquer my fear kind of thing.
yeah.
But then,
How long did you spend with the tigers? Like with the
like, inside the cages and
yeah,
stuff, like a good 20 minutes, whatever.
Oh, wow.
with the
Yeah.
tiger?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because obviously there's a few workers
Mm.
and stuff, and like, it's pretty scary, man.
Did you ever like? Did they ever tell you like, oh, play with it, or like something like that? you
Yeah,
know?
like, as in they'll say like, yeah, because they obviously have like certain photos they want people to take, like, yeah, do this, do
Mhm.
that, play with it this way. I'm thinking, bro, all I want to do is just touch it and that's it. Like, I'm buckling hard.
Can you imagine Ali, like, in his head, bro? Now he's like, oh, I conquered my fear. Now he goes to the Amazon rainforest. These times he's on a solo trip again. Yeah? He's like, yeah, I conquered my
I can do
fear in
that too as
Thailand.
well.
I can do that again. He finds one in the rainforest. He's like, yeah, he walks up to it. It gets mauled.
Like, where'd this anger come from? The tiger.
What's wrong with you? The other ones in
That's
Thailand
what I
are better than
expected.
You're more relaxed. What happened? But
Right.
that was good. With the taxi driver, the Tiger Kingdom, he also took me to like a few places. Like they have like the monkey shows and stuff. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't been
Okay,
there.
so like the monkeys full like play basketball, like they ride tricycles and that. Yeah, it's pretty sick. Like,
Say wallah.
but then to be honest, like that's what I like. It was sick when I got there. Obviously, I got the recording. I can show you guys. It
Yeah.
was actually mad. They could do all these tricks. But when I got there, bro, like obviously I paid for the show and stuff. Then I can get into the room, bro. They're all chained to their neck.
Oh, the monkeys.
I'm thinking, bro, I shouldn't be in this type of place. Like, just I feel like crap, like being in like this type of place. It just look at like it looks bad, like mistreatment of the monkeys, bro.
Say you do with that because I've had that before. Just look away.
How you look away when you paid for a ticket?
Just don't look when the chain comes off. Oh well, this guy's doing it on his own.
I got the
will.
camera. Yeah, it's like yeah.
That's a cool monkey.
No, it was cool, but it was sick though, because it's just like fascinating.
I think it's like it's
Things
normal
like-
in Thailand when they have like all the animals. Because I've seen the tigers, the
there's a lot,
elephants, the monkeys. Like it's part of their lifestyle.
Yeah,
Part of them.
There's
It's their job. You
One of
know,
the homies, yeah, the monkey's one of the homies.
basically. Like, hey, come, you want to work with me? Yeah,
So
halas,
you
let
chain
me
up
put a
your
chain
homies.
on him and go.
Chain up your homies.
Go. Relax, right? This guy.
there's mixed opinions about that. Like even the elephant, like riding as well, because I did that. But then only afterwards I started to realize, like, oh crap, I don't know if it's like if it's still good or not. But I still did it. I sussed it out.
I think it's like more like if you go to Dubai or go somewhere or go to Middle East, you ride a camel because it's part of the experience as
That's what I
well.
was thinking as well.
Egypt.
Oh,
yeah.
Egypt, yeah,
That's what I was
Egypt. I've
thinking as
done it.
well. The comparison.
Yeah, in Thailand it's the same thing. You get on an elephant. It's part of the experience, you know.
Yeah.
And it's I don't know how they treat the animals or whatever,
same.
but it's part of the experience. The same way you don't know how they treat the camels
Yeah,
or the
I've heard-
horses over there.
I've heard this enough today. I don't need to hear about no more environmental stuff, please. Carry on about the monkey show because I'm hearing monkeys on tricycles and stuff like that. That's
bro,
interesting
the
to me.
monkeys are cooked, man. Like even like the guys like telling him like to place like the blocks of numbers and stuff. He's like, yeah. He's like, you call the number or whatever, and I'm like, okay, 4. And the monkey looks at the numbers and he's sussing it out, and then he picks the right one out. He gives it to me. I'm so confused, bro.
No way.
I swear to God, like these monkeys are smart, man. Like they're doing all these tricks and stuff, playing basketball, doing front flips. It's like, what the hell?
Oh god.
Like that wasn't like that long, but then these are the things I want to just tick off the list. Like I'd never do it in Australia because I couldn't do everything. I didn't even go to the islands, bro.
You didn't go to James Bond.
No, I didn't go any of them.
James Bond.
Yeah, James Bond Island. There's a corner.
Yeah,
Say
James
what
Bond.
Well, that is
It actually is.
this island is when the first like the first old generation James Bond
Yeah.
is where they shot it.
Oh,
Like
they-
that, him diving off the island into the water.
They're very creative. They called it James Bond.
Yeah.
Island.
Basically, wallah.
I like it.
That's just James Bond Island. There's Fifi Island. There's
It's marketing for you, bro.
a lot.
I've
of
heard of Fifi Island.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So you never went to but you didn't have to take the
Yeah,
jet
3
skis. You could have
days,
gone on a boat. No, but there's a boat trip where it takes you all the islands and stuff like
I
that.
had 3 days, and some of the places they're offering like packages, whatever, was like a whole day thing. I was like, I don't know if it's worth it. I'm gonna miss out on so many other things. I
I'd
wasn't
probably
sure.
never do that again. Go on a trip and then do those tours.
Yeah, that's
Those
why.
tours, bro.
Mm.
It's so limited, bro.
That's why there was a lot of them, and like they seem decent prices, but I'm like, nah. I feel like I'm not gonna be able to do much. I'm gonna have to only follow a group. I want to just do my own thing.
Give you 30 minutes to look at something, bro.
It'd be
Relax.
hard.
Sure.
It's not enough, exactly. They're trying to just fit everything in, but like it's not cheap as well. I don't know if you remember, but
Yeah, I remember as well. It's been a
yeah.
while.
Yeah, after that, I was just like relaxing, just keeping things simple, just enjoying, like, because actually fathoming, like, I'm not in Australia. Like, I'm actually traveling, like, because things happen so quick at the airport procedure. You're too busy figuring out everything just to get in. Once you're there, it's like, bro, how am I in another country? Like, after 2 years of COVID,
Yeah.
it felt so weird, bro. But it was nice. Like, Phuket is not bad. Like, I don't know if I'd go again, though, to be honest. Because I feel like, because I've been in Malaysia so many times, I prefer Malaysia.
Okay.
Also, like the environment of people and
Family
Muslims and
friendly
stuff.
and stuff.
Yeah, it's just a bit nicer.
Scenery, though, in comparison to Malaysia, do you reckon it's better?
The like what, the water and stuff.
Yeah.
The beaches are 100 times better. Like
that-
the water.
Yeah, I think it's really where you are on the island
Yeah.
as well. If you're on a good part of the island where it has the best views and stuff, and like that, it's like it's
Yeah.
amazing. Because when I compared it to when I went to Phuket, there was like a little mountain, but it's like a little like a festive night. They do it every night.
Are you talking about the full moon party? Or
No, relax, bro. No, relax.
Oh, I was just asking questions. I'm innocent. I don't know any of this stuff.
I forgot what it's called. I have to search on my phone, but there's a festive and there was a sunset. Well, like the best sunset I've ever seen in my life because the positioning with the beach and the little mountains around you, and you can see the sunset turn orange and pink.
Okay, yeah.
Compared to when I went to Langkawi Island in Malaysia at the
Polluted,
sunset
yeah.
at the beach.
Isn't that polluted? It's very like humid and
Langkawi is humid, yeah. Yeah.
and it's like very like smoggy and stuff.
No. When it's the sunset, like in the mornings, yeah, and in the afternoon, no.
Yeah.
But it was beautiful compared to those two.
So Langkawi is nice, but like you're saying, it's not as nice.
It's not as nice as Phuket because I think it's more because of the vibe. When Langkawi is more like, it's quiet, you just see the sunset and everything.
Yeah, I reckon I stayed at the wrong area. So I feel like if I stay at a different area, because of Phuket's so big, possibly I'll have a different opinion of Phuket.
Yeah.
Because so many people, I remember before going, they're like, yeah, it's amazing, like I love it. And I was like, I'm trying to relate to it. I'm like, nah, I don't know.
I think I stayed like part of the, like behind the mountain, behind the city. Because I could see the city all the way to the other side.
It's probably a lot better.
Yeah, because it was more quieter, but it was busy as well. And it's more like there's the island roads that we drive when you go to Mount Dandenong and stuff like that. It's more like that walking around. It's more like
That's
that
better.
all the way there. Yeah.
Damn. Okay. But it was nice, good experience. Obviously by myself, bro. Like the whole idea of like doing whatever you want to do and walk around by yourself, like it was so strange, man. I was like, what? I don't know. Like it's such a weird thing to explain because it's like not everyone can relate to it. Not everyone's done it before. You can only understand once you do it. But it was great. I think it was a good experience in 3 days. Like learning so much, bro. Taking a lot of L's. The accidents.
So what's your conclusion? Because I don't know if the last episode you asked him why you wanted to do it. So what is your like conclusion? Like
of traveling alone
by yourself.
Those first few days, I think it was good, man. Like understanding like yourself more and like what you like to do, and also how you spend your time and all that. It was very interesting. Like you surprise yourself in a way with like the decisions you make, how you spend your money, or even just like interacting with people. Like because sometimes when you interact with people, like, I don't know about you guys, but like if you're with your friends and you're interacting with a random, sometimes you can feel like a bit confident because you're with people you know.
Yeah.
But if you're by yourself in a foreign country,
On a back foot.
yeah, exactly. You're an outsider, so it's like you just gotta back yourself. Like you can't rely on other people and like self confidence and all that.
Yeah.
Did
So
you
it's
have
very
any?
interesting.
Did you have any like altercations? Not really altercations, but like odd situations occur besides the walk of shame in Phuket.
Like with tourists and stuff.
Just in general.
Anything like any.
Not really, man. Because
Because you're a unit.
no, like a lot of tourists, bro. Like they're kind of doing their own thing, whatever.
Yeah.
Like it's not really an issue. Like the weird thing is, a lot of tourists that go there, bro, like it's random, are Irish.
Yeah?
Like I assume because maybe the weather.
Like they don't have beach and sun. And all that
Yeah,
stuff.
but it's just like it was so random. Like there's like
Yeah.
a whole community. Like there's a lot of bars and restaurants Irish. I'm like, what the hell?
The pubs,
Yeah.
yeah. They love a pub, those guys, man.
So I think
Aye.
yeah, there's a lot like of that side of the world visiting, coming all the way to Thailand. Like French people, like Eastern Europeans as well, Russians and stuff.
They
It's
need
just-
sun, bro.
Yeah, I
need
think
sun.
they
Yeah,
lack
that-
it. That's why some of them actually go live there and they work remotely and stuff.
You would have been like what? It would have been like winter time, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. Now.
Well,
Yeah.
just no.
Maybe
Winter,
autumn.
winter's when our
Autumn
summer
maybe.
is. Probably autumn, so
Yeah.
it'll probably still be cold or
Still
something.
cold.
Yeah,
Oh,
like the
yeah.
weather was like Melbourne weather, bro. Like
Is
it
it
was-
wait? Is it winter and then spring?
Look, bro, you're asking the wrong person.
Bro, don't trip it out.
You're
like,
asking
wait,
the wrong
autumn, They go
person.
backwards as well, and everything.
From what I know, it's autumn, winter, spring, summer.
Does this speak summer?
This is what
You
I'm,
might be
Nah,
right.
so no, wait,
this is what I'm
wait.
going with,
No.
bro.
Autumn's the one like all the leaves fall down. And then
You're just
All
thinking,
those
you're just
things.
thinking Instagram, bro. This guy.
Winter is rainy,
Yeah,
and then you got spring is when the flowers come out.
I'm trying to
And
remember.
summer
'cause-
is
And
when
summer's
you
like
get
when-
You know
spring
why?
cancer.
Because the 2 years of
That's
lockdown, like we
hard.
never see the weather outside. Come on,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Like you forget what season you're in, bro. Come on, man. Don't look at me like that, bro.
2 years you forgot your.
All
your
I forgot.
seasons.
All I
2 years-
forgot.
2 years. all the
Anyways,
education you had in
wait,
primary
hold up.
school,
Anyways.
out the
Never
window.
looked out the window.
Anyways, your
Yeah,
next
so
trip.
that's pretty much Phuket. Like, if I had to recommend people going to it, I think it just depends on where you stay. I would avoid Patong area, like seriously. Maybe go experience it for half a day, like
Yeah.
suss it out at least. But certain areas, no, man.
Did you ever get to the city that I told you the night market? Did you ever go there?
What, Belong Walking Street?
I think it was like
Yeah.
the Miami
Bro.
building and stuff like that. Yeah,
Miami building.
it's like kind of a
Oh no, I think that you were telling me that was Bangkok. I think you
no. It
you
was
sure?
it was in Phuket.
From the market I seen, it was Belong Walking Street. That's what it's called,
Okay.
bro. Like it's completely different area from like the day and nightlife. Like day's nice, yeah, because the markets like bought some soccer tops and that. It's like it reminds me of Malaysia. It's very nice, cheap things. Nightlife is just like all these people come out, bars are open. It's just
Shaitan as well.
avoidable. Yeah, it's bad. So that was.
What's the food like?
Oh, the food, bro.
Hey,
It's good you asked me. I actually
taste the
forgot.
Thai.
Even better, bro. You know what the food, yeah?
Let's
Like,
talk about food, man.
I asked.
Talk about
Oh no, it just came to my mind, but
The biggest struggle for me with the food was finding like breakfast. So like I would wake up in the morning. I remember the first day as well. I just remember now. I'd rock up like to restaurant and I'm thinking, what are they serving, whatever. And then I go to like I found a halal restaurant. Yeah, I'm like, oh, what breakfast do you have? And they showed me, and it's like all like these English type of breakfast,
Yeah,
like baked beans and stuff.
Yeah.
So I spoke to the person. I asked him like,
you
Oh, so
smash ever.
what do you guys have for breakfast? And they're like, oh, we have like rice and curry. Like, no, this breakfast thing doesn't exist like in Thailand and these countries. I'm thinking, I should know this, but then it's like we get so used to like cereals and oats and stuff,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's just like all I had was rice in that for breakfast.
Did I have avocados there?
Avocados, yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Why?
Okay.
So much is avocados, bro.
Maybe we should go and tell them, bro. Hey, cuz you're missing out on something. They give them poached eggs with smash ever.
The eggs
From
and
the
that.
hard, bro.
Oh, they have eggs with rice, bro.
There's all.
That's what I mean. It's like different. So it's very strange, man. But like it's
Weird blokes, bro.
part of the experience, bro. You got to just try like
Mm.
different sort of breakfast.
Not easy.
And honestly, once you have it, obviously it was weird at the start, but you feel a lot better, bro, because it's like
Mm.
nutrients based.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
actually a lot better than cereal and stuff like that. So it's actually long term, it's a much better option. But I don't know if I can get used to that, honestly.
What about lunch and dinner? It's more
Yeah, it's all
curry.
It's all similar. Yeah,
Sweet
yeah.
and sour
Pad Thai
chicken.
and stuff. Yeah,
Mm.
bro. I would have found out when I was in Patani. We'll get to it soon. But like just one thing on the food, they put sugar in everything, like curry, rice, everything. Like swear to God, that's part of Thai food. That's why taste of Thai, for example, it tastes a bit sweeter than usual, like as maybe some other restaurants. But that's just how it is.
Always add
It's-
chili. I always have to add chili.
I think that's like
Like
that
chili.
kind of balances out, so
Mm.
it's actually better.
You don't
Cooked
really
chili.
taste like you only taste the sweet at the end.
But they're all sweet. Like it actually all tastes sweet. The dishes,
Oh.
and like that's how it is. Like they all put all the sugar, like a lot. It's like we have to have sweet everything.
Or like even like for example, sweet and sour noodles or the
Yeah,
probably not
What?
the best thing to say. Say
no noodles in
pad
general.
thai or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. All their dishes, every single dish is like
Sugar.
we have to make it sweet.
Guy comes past sugar in the
Oh no,
pepper
no, they
shaker
don't do it
thing.
like that. Imagine that, bro. Like salt, yeah, for salad. No, but like that's just one thing that I found was super weird, bro.
Crazy, and they still got better bodies than all of us.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Yeah,
Well,
they're somehow fitter than us for it.
Maybe our sugar. Something wrong with our sugar.
Yeah,
Listen, I'm on to you, Daniel Andrews.
it's a bit sus.
But
Yeah.
yeah. So you fly into Patani, is it?
Yeah, so the airport is called Hatchai,
Huh?
which is 2 hours from Patani. So my mate actually picked me up 2 hours from where he lives,
What a nice bloke.
and he didn't tell me till. Well, I should have did my research, but he didn't tell me till like the day before. It's like, yeah, it's 2 hours from my house, so I'm leaving at this time. Like, crap, what a nice bloke.
Yeah.
Like I felt bad, but then obviously it was my only option now
Yeah.
in his car and stuff. So we drove like 2 hours and stuff. Took me to like a nice cafe and that, alhamdulillah. And so we got to, on the way to his house, we actually stopped at like a soccer ground. And they're having some tournament, like there's between villages and stuff. They had like a soccer tournament. So like with the south of Thailand, there's 3 like regions. So it's Patani, Yalla, and Nara something.
No way.
You say yalla?
No way.
Wallah.
Yalla.
No
I was
way.
dying when I heard it. Yalla.
It's like you want to get to the city, Yalla Bao. and that's
Yalla.
the middle city, yeah?
I kept using that joke. Like we're going to Yalla. I'm like, okay, Yalla.
Yalla.
They didn't get it though. So the 3 regions are all 90% Muslim in Thailand, the south of Thailand, and this is what it's known for. So they had this soccer tournament, and they were all playing and stuff. We went to go watch, bro. When I rocked up, everyone was staring at me. like, who the hell is this guy? Like,
Yeah, I can imagine.
because they get zero like visitors, like tourists.
Not true, yeah.
Because like 2 hours from the nearest airport, like, what are the chances of someone coming to visit Patani? So then, bro, they're staring at me like it's obvious, yeah. They're like tapping their mate. Hey, look, they point straight,
Wallah.
like from a distance, bro.
Yeah.
But like, it's obvious.
Christopher Columbus.
It's the weirdest thing, bro. I was actually like, I couldn't laugh too much, but. And then some of them were like, want to take photos with me.
Allah.
It was the
Allah.
weirdest- I was working.
So you know that video? You know what reminds me? You know that video when those black guys went to Japan?
Yeah,
And
it's
then
like that.
it's like they were just chilling on the street, and the Japanese people like, oh, black guy, take photo. They started lining up. Oh, it was the
It
funniest
reminds
thing.
me of, you remember in Ice Age?
Hmm.
Sid the Sloth, when he comes into and then they make him the king.
I can't remember that.
You know,
I should
that?
remember. I say it's just been a while.
Yeah, no. It's like Ali walks in, then she's like, oh, yes.
Outside.
Oh, I remember now. I remember that scene.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nah, it's crazy, man. So like, that was like, it was interesting seeing that, like, how like their whole community is like together watching soccer game. Just how I'm in this village, and they're still like they're organizing like a whole soccer tournament. Like, it's just fascinating to me, like the smallest things, like.
We can't even get a round robin going.
Yeah, bad. And bro, you know the thing is, yeah, like Phuket, I was wearing shorts every day, yeah. But then I made sure I wore pants just in case. I was like, why not? Just out of respect, Muslims. I didn't want to be like too obvious wearing shorts. Bro, they're all wearing 3/4. Every single player. I was like, I'm wearing pants.
Yeah.
Bro.
I remember he was contemplating, should I bring pants, before
exactly.
the trip. I was like, bro, you can wear shorts when you go to Phuket, but I don't have a Patani. But just bring pants just in case.
Because every time I go to Malaysia, like, I bring pants, but I never wear it because it's humid. Like, you're going to die, but these pants were baggy, so it's not too bad.
Yeah.
They wear sarongs as well, bro, on top of their pants. Yeah.
I should have wore sarong, to be honest, but I forgot.
You want to play soccer in a sarong?
Nah,
Never get nutmeg.
yeah. A hack, yeah? That's a good one. But that was interesting. And then after that, we took us out for dinner and stuff, and went to go play soccer that night.
At the same place?
I think it was different. So
That
we
was nice. That view.
The one I saw on Insta.
Yeah, so that's the place.
Hello, put it
Wait,
up.
the one that you showed on
The one I sent in the group.
Yeah.
The
Seems
synthetic.
so simple, man. I don't know what it is. You know when a video can talk to you when there's no words said.
Yeah.
Wallah, it just felt like, bro, everyone is just relaxed.
Yeah.
They're all pocket rockets, yeah.
Bro, the people there, man, like.
Ballers?
No, like in terms of like how they are as people. Like, you know how you asked me, are there any altercations? Bro, they won't hurt a fly, bro. Like, they're just the nicest people. Like, you see, even when they play soccer, they're just too nice. Like, no one's bumping each other and stuff like that. Like, bro, like we rocked up to the place, and it was like a synthetic pitch. It was very nice and stuff. And bro, when I was playing, like, obviously, like, we're Aussies at the end of the day, so we play with a bit of like
roughness,
exactly. And bro, like, I touch these guys and then they're flying and stuff like that, bro. Like, I'm not saying like I'm strong or anything, like I'm barely touching them, but because they're just too nice and stuff. And then, bro, it's just a very interesting experience, man. Like, there's even one shot I took a shot from halfway, I take random shots, bro. I almost broke this guy's back. He was on the floor. I felt so bad.
No way.
Wallah. So it's like a whole different culture of like
so
soccer.
there's no like competition.
No,
like I guess none of them.
Like, some of them are techie, like they're actually good, but yeah, none of that, bro. There's no such thing as like using like brute or like strength or anything like that. So it's very interesting, bro.
No Leicester City fans, yeah.
They should be, but that, bro, you know the thing, they're actually all Liverpool fans.
Alhamdulillah.
Like,
Hey.
it's a
Alhamdulillah.
Liverpool and United. Apart from that, I don't think I've seen any other teams. But it's like 70% Liverpool, 30% United.
That's mad. Allah.
Like, it's actually mad. I don't know. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. I even asked my mate because he's a Liverpool fan as well. He's just like, I don't know. It's just how it is.
Is there a Thai player there in Liverpool?
No sponsorship. I don't know, man.
That's just because Liverpool the most known club in the whole world.
Yeah, and United.
Yeah, and they come to
Liverpool
plenty
United,
times to Thailand. They come to Thailand for pre-season a lot.
Oh, they do every year.
I thought that'd be like Madrid and Barca fans.
No.
That's
That's usually what
Arabs.
happens.
That's Arabs, man.
Arabs,
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Arabs.
And
are
they don't
like
even come to Arab countries to play there as well. Come on, bro.
It's BT Sports, bro. It's their fault. All they do is show bloody Real Madrid and Barcelona. My dad goes,
exactly.
I supported Bayern Munich back in the day. That's the only thing that was on TV.
Fine,
I go, Bayern Munich. I go, what, they gave you the bottom tier of the world, bro. They
So
gave
random,
you Bundesliga.
They're missing out, bro. But it was a good experience. Like I was speaking to these guys. This is like my first time, like, because apart from my friend Fatah, he speaks English pretty well. Like he lived in Poland as well, so like he speaks pretty. So
This guy went to Jordan. He worked there. He came back to Thailand. Apparently, he went to Poland as well.
So I met him in Jordan, and then after that, he said he had a young daughter, like I think 2 years old. Then he was married. His wife was studying Arabic then, and he was like taking care of the daughter then. And then they moved to Poland, and I think he was working there. And then he moved back to Thailand and opened up like his own cafe. And he even like when I was there, he opened up like a small burger shop. And even after Ramadan, he's opening up second cafe. Like this guy's 28. He's like doing well for himself. Bro.
MashaAllah.
Like really, I was impressed. I didn't expect any of this. So it's like very interesting. That's why his English is good. So apart from him basically, and one other guy I met, he studied in Bangkok architecture. His English was good. But majority of the people there, like they understand a bit of English, but they don't speak it at all. So like Thai, they speak like Thai or Malay, like I said. And then it's like a massive language barrier for myself, like if I'm walking around and stuff. But like that's real humbling, bro. So think about playing soccer and you can't talk to these guys at all. I'm trying to call for the ball. I'm trying to say man on. They've got no idea what I'm saying.
It's that big, bro.
It's just humbling, bro. It's like you just got to play on instincts or something. Or like, or if things don't go your way, obviously you can't say much. Like if it's a foul, it's like, what do you say?
So the whole time you couldn't communicate with them in
Like,
like you can show like your hand gestures and
I guess,
expressions.
like put your hand up.
like Guardiola.
Yeah, or like call for the ball with your hand or something, or you can actually just scream and that could be enough. But like apart from my mate Fatah and another guy that I was saying he knows English, he's in my team. The rest of them like no English. It's like it's so weird, bro.
It's so difficult.
Well, I want to ask a quick question. Did you meet any fans like new? If I thinking about you or not?
What?
I just want to know.
To Thailand.
You never know, but we have Thailand
No,
viewers
you
as
never
well.
know. You never know.
You never know what.
Because we've had some followers from like London and like other European cities.
No, I know.
Yeah, Thailand is random though. But nah, honestly, maybe they've heard of it from my mate. But bro, I had this like what is it, like a sales pitch? I'm like, you want to learn English, yeah? Watch this. It was the best thing, bro. And see the video I sent you guys?
Yeah.
Like, I posted on the Instagram as well. For Like, the guys watching the episode and we're playing futsal at the same time. It was the best, bro.
He's like, oh, that's my brother. Oh, I remember that.
No, it's good, man, because like it kind of like created more of a connection with people. It's like, oh, okay, they kind of understand me a bit more. And bro, like, they're very fascinated with Aussies in general. Yeah. Because maybe they've never met one. I don't know. So like they were asking me like questions about Australia, Muslims in Australia.
Yeah, tell us about the news broadcast.
Oh, that one. That was so random, wasn't it?
Wallah,
all I had,
honestly,
I wake up in the morning and I see Ali say like, "This is so random," a video, and I click on the video. I'm like, the hell is Ali doing in the studio with a green background with a sheikh next to him and a couple of brothers with the cameras and stuff?
I sent it like 1 a.m. for you guys.
It was so random, bro.
I know. It was actually mad.
Tell us a story about that, bro.
So I was at the cafe with my mate. It was like 5 p.m. or something. We're gonna go out for dinner soon. And then I find out that like one of my other friends from Jordan lives in that city as well, named Lukman. And he was back in town and he works with like it's kind of like One Path, I guess.
Yeah.
And that's their own like kind of network. They got like Arabic channel, like Islamic channels and stuff, and they have an English channel. So then they're like, oh, we need a guest for the English channel, which they want to interview. I'm thinking, how do they even know I'm here? Like, how do they know who I am? And then I found that it's from Lukman, that guy. And it's like, yeah, we're going to do it in 2 hours. I'm like, to be honest, initially I was like, yeah, sweet, it'll be mad. And then 20 minutes later, I'm like, crap, I'm going to be live on TV. I was buckling a bit. I was like, crap, what do I even say? Who am I?
So it's TV program. It's not like a YouTube thing?
It's a Facebook
I think it's a social media thing.
It's a social Facebook
like YouTube social media thing.
That's
where it's like, I didn't know I was going to go live till I rocked up. But I was like, you know what? Like, their English is like okay. And like my English is fine. Like, what's it to even worry about? Like, they're going to ask me simple questions about Australia.
When I was watching that video, it was like, so some moments are a bit awkward. He had to repeat himself.
Yeah.
I was like,
so the whole interview. First of all, before the interview happened, like obviously I don't know the sheikhs and that they interview me. I have no idea, so I'm just relying on my mate that speaks English because no one else does. And he's like, and bro, like he jokes around a lot. Yeah, he's like, yeah, don't worry, bro. It's only like 2 hours. You're just gonna stare at the camera by yourself. And I'm like, what? Are you serious? And I was like buckling as well, but it was fine. It was like ended up being like a half an hour interview with one of the sheikhs there. His English was great. He studied elsewhere. I can't remember.
Poland as well.
Who knows, bro? But yeah, it was actually a good interview. Like I actually wasn't that nervous because I was surprised myself because I was answering simple questions. But I was also worried about if I'm speaking too fast, am I like using, advanced English words or not?
Yeah, so I saw him, he was trying to talk slow, like simple, trying to keep English really simple
as well.
You have
to, because like when there's language barriers, bro, you got to understand that when people are learning a language, it's not going to be as good as a native speaker. So you can't just speak like a native speaker and expect them to understand. So it's not easy. Like the whole trip I was speaking like that.
Don't tell me you were like, I am
no,
very
relax.
good.
It wasn't that bad.
That would have been hilarious.
What do you feel about that moment when they let people call to talk to you?
I was excited.
That one guy.
Bro. I was excited, man. So like they did calls, but then only one guy ended up calling. Yeah. Which is, I was like, alhamdulillah, that's okay.
The one guy being interested is crazy.
Yeah. He's like asking me about Australia and stuff. And then he asked me, "Are you married?" I'm like, "Nah." I'm like, "Where's this going, bro?" Alhamdulillah, the chef like kind of just cut it. He's like, "Yeah, okay, thanks, brother." And all the boys were like roasting me, like, "Yeah, they asked you, yeah." They start laughing.
I love how like he's trying to plug fair income as well onto the thing.
Yeah,
time, bro.
Then, I think he only got it twice at the end because at the start he's like, I have a podcast with my boys called Fair Dinkum. He's like, oh yeah, but Australia, how's Islam?
He was like that. He's just fascinated.
He was fascinated about how there's Islam in Australia.
Yeah.
Then like himself about him. Like he didn't know there's like Muslims here in Melbourne, there's schools and stuff like that.
Oh really?
All those interesting thing.
They were surprised there's even mosques. Like they actually have zero idea. Because if you think about like with certain countries like Thailand and possibly Malaysia and stuff, like they don't travel outside of Asia much. Like they can't afford it. Like
really. They will go to a Western country to
like when I was speaking to a lot of my friends and stuff, they were talking about like traveling to Vietnam, Laos, Malaysia and stuff. And it's like I never really hear apart from Poland, but like I never really hear like going elsewhere like Europe or Australia and stuff. And it's like foreign to them because when it comes down to like how much money they make, I was speaking to one of my friends and he was saying like he was asking me how much do you make? I'm thinking, should I tell him? Like it's gonna be awkward. Like think about it. Like you feel bad as well. But I ended up telling him, like, I work like $20 an hour. Like, you got to play it a bit safe and see the reaction. Bro, the guy's like, puts his hand on his head. He's like, what the hell?
No way.
Like, and then he's like to me, that means that you work 1 hour is like 10 hours here. Bro.
Yeah.
In the moment, I felt like crap.
Like, I was complaining about everything.
I felt like crap, bro. After that, honestly, I paid for almost everything. I was like, no, I have to. Because think about it. He knows how much I make. And like obviously the whole trip I was trying to pay for everything.
Yeah.
But then certain things like his cafe, he's gonna force it. He's like, no.
So
7-Eleven? Yeah. Oh yeah, even like certain. So even after that, obviously now he knows how much I make, right? And he kind of got the gist of the conversion rate. So he went into 7-Eleven, bought some like a lot of drinks because we're eating for dinner on the way home, and we come out. He's like, because he saw how much the price was in Thai baht. And he's like, oh, yeah, so for you, that was $2.50. Like,
oh, my God.
I'm like, what? That is crazy, bro. I'm like to him, in Australia, you can't buy any drink in 7-Eleven for $2.50. Think about it.
Yeah.
It's like $3
really
or more.
Water.
Yeah,
because
even water,
7-Eleven's expensive.
Yeah.
7-Eleven is different there, like cheap.
The convenience stores, yeah.
Here, it's like $3 minimum.
Well, it's cheap.
So it's a different life. So like if you think about it.
What are we still doing here?
Crazy, bro. That's why there's Europeans living in Phuket and stuff. They're
Makes
living.
sense.
But if you think about it, if we move there and start living there, we'll be working the same.
No, I'm not working there. I'll make as much money here and I'll travel there for 3 months.
Yeah, you can do that. Or you can work remotely. That's what a lot of people do. So they work remotely, earn like...
in Thailand, yeah.
British wages, and then they move to Thailand.
They're always on the laptop. That's it, yeah?
It's easy, bro.
Oh, that's actually nice.
So obviously, like for people in Thailand, like they're not making much, but then for the lifestyle, it's affordable, yeah? And then for us, it's the same thing, like different standards.
Yeah.
But then when you go outside your country, travel elsewhere around the world, it's not as possible or as easy for us. So that's why they're like they don't get to travel as much and that. And it's just like little things that like make you grateful. It's like it's so easy for us, like really, to like book a trip. Or for me, for example, I booked a trip to Thailand by myself, and I could afford it. I'm working part time, bro, and I could somehow afford it by saving up after a while. It's fascinating, man.
I know it is.
Like those little things, bro. You just don't realize, like, it's crazy to think about, man. Like, even some of them, which was strange, but it was actually like fascinating as well. Even though like a lot of them can't afford it because they're young, but their parents save up for them to go study Arabic. So a lot of them that I met in like the south of Thailand, they speak like Fusha, like classical Arabic, and like good. They learnt the whole like course, like 4 or 5 levels, and it's normal. Like it's like, yeah, I studied in Jordan, I studied in Saudi, I studied in Bahrain. It's like, it's crazy. Like think about like the years of saving their parents did for their kids in order for them to learn Arabic. Like not just to become a sheikh, just the investment in their life as well.
Yeah,
and their akhirah as well, set up as well.
Exactly. Like they can read Quran and Arabic from a young age, all of them.
That's amazing.
Like we have the same thing with Islamic schools, but like
you feel like they have a grasp of a lot, like they have a grasp of what the world really is about better than us. Yeah,
100%, bro. Like it is different when it's 90% of your religion, like the people, like population. It's a bit easier to like kind of, things are more accommodating for you, but like their priorities are just straight, bro. Like I'll tell you, like for the guys my age that I met there, what they pretty much do is they go to high school there, and then after high school they go to Jordan or Middle East to study Arabic, do the whole course, smash it out, so their Arabic's on point, understanding Quran and all that. Then they get married early, and then they like start their own business, bro. So like, even in the Middle East, you realize as well, a lot of Muslim countries, like it's very business orientated. Like you see how many small businesses and like little shops and restaurants. It's like you look at some places and like, how are these guys living off that? Like you're not seeing many customers. How is it even possible? Yeah, like some of them live at the back of the shops because they have to. But then it's like, it's fascinating how they even make that happen. But then it's because their priorities are straight, and obviously their risk is ridden. Compared
to us, like we here live in a Western country, here, Britain or America or whatever. So compared to going to Middle East and see how their lifestyle, it's like their priority is one thing, just work, get the money and feed the family, and that's it. That's their life. You know, there's 100%. No let's take a short trip there, or let's buy this as a family, or there's no like fancy stuff that we appreciate, that we love to do. We love to do. Oh, I'm gonna buy a PlayStation. I'm gonna work for it. Buy a PlayStation and sit there and just play. Or I'm gonna go buy $30,000 car and see whip through the streets. They don't care about the materialistic stuff. They're more like they want the realistic stuff that's gonna help their family, to grow and become better. And like you said, a small business can turn into a big business in that area one day, and that shows that how our priorities is all over the place compared to they're like one thing and just one thing straight.
No, I agree. Like, but the thing is, it's because when you start to see more money is like potentially available to you, it does test yourself. Like, I assume if they got offered more money for like a certain job, for example, like they would get tested as well. So it's like, it's obviously they never see that sort of money. So it's like they've kind of got no idea like how it works with all like buying brands, and like they never consider those type of things.
Whatever covers them up. Yeah?
Exactly. That's all they're thinking about. That's what's going through their mind. Like just the minimum, like for survival requirements, and that's it. So it's just like for us, obviously like there are a lot of businesses in the Muslim community in Australia and stuff, but we can get, for example, too comfortable with just like, I'll take that job because that money is like, it's going to be guaranteed like this month. Whereas if I start a business, I'm not gonna reap the rewards till maybe a year or two, if not longer. And we're not willing to like suck it up and actually wait the long term.
Because we want to be keeping up with the Joneses.
Exactly. And also like, cause if when I realized going over there, business is probably the best. It's ideal as a Muslim having your own business, and in terms of flexibility, because your priority is also your family. It's not just working for the money and your customers and stuff. Because your grandparents get sick, parents get sick, or other things happen. Like things happen in your life where it's like you got to shift that priority, and you got to be able to. Whereas if you have a job, you have to beg the boss for half an hour for Jummah or something. Like I
or
remember talking to
Jummah, or
Ashraf
just
about
for
that.
Ramadan or for Eid or stuff
Exactly.
like that. You don't get the opportunities. Like they don't let you off. Like, no, mate, you got to stick with the rest of the people.
Exactly,
Like you
man.
try to explain to them, oh, it's just like your Christmas. This is our Christmas as well. We celebrate on that day. But like they tough on you. You can't miss this day. When you have your own business, you can do whatever you like.
100%, and that's what it's all about. Like that's why, especially I feel like in Australia, like or any like country where you're like minority, business is ideal in general because you're living on your own terms. It's more flexible with doing other things as well, not just work. You can actually focus on other stuff in your week. So it was very interesting to me. That's why, like, even a lot of businesses there, they're not as like successful. Like they're just building it up. They're starting new. Like there's a lot of young married couples there, like working together in businesses, and they're just winging it. Like they're just taking the risk.
They're supportive, yeah.
Big time, yeah, big time, 100%. Like, for example, a lot of the small businesses over there, are like cafes, like they have like shops of like, and the guy learns how to like make proper coffee and he brews the beans himself and stuff. Like it's a strong culture over there.
Okay, yeah.
Obviously, social media is a big influence to that.
Okay.
Yeah. But then it's like they all support each other. So like there'll be days where I'm driving and I'm thinking we're just gonna go back to the house and like drop me off or whatever. But like he'll stop at like 3 places, like cafes or restaurants, and speak to his friends, catch up, buy a few things because it's like supporting and it's catching up.
It's nice, man.
And it's like a proper strong community, bro.
Like, when I started thinking about that sort of stuff, like a different kind of lifestyle, was when I spoke to Raul that one time, and he was telling me about in Spain or in Cordoba where he used to live, was like you have work in the morning, you start, and then when it's like mid-afternoon, they have something called a siesta, where they have a nap in the middle of the day. So everyone just goes, kicks it. They close up shop for like an hour or so. Everyone kicks it, has a nap, and then they wake up again. They just finish off the day. Even though they don't want to, they just finish it off. But they live for like what happens after work. Like everyone goes, like you'd walk past like a football court or like a place where people were playing soccer. You drop your bags or whatever you were wearing. And you're like, hey boys, can I join? They tell you, yeah, jump in. You're playing soccer now. After work, you're just randomly playing soccer now. Now you're having a kick. Then you go out, you're having paella. Sorry, paella. And you're having all this sort of stuff, right? You're living like, you're not living like we are for excess. We're always living for like the next item of clothes or the next car or how I upgrade my house, how am I gonna get that new computer or whatever it is. They're always like, cause what have I got now? Have I got what I need? Yeah, I've got what I need, Mickey. Yeah, what's more important than the material items that I currently have? Gee, bro, interactions of humans, bro.
100%.
We've become so like absorbed by materialism and consumption. Like this is why, subhanallah, Ramadan is like a blessing for us.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
It makes you go, hey, guess what? You can't even fulfill your necessity, like that need to eat or to drink.
I know.
What are you without that now?
Yeah.
What are you without that bare necessity? You gonna care about buying a t-shirt? Nah, you don't care about that. Only thing that's going through your head is, bro, I need to eat.
Exactly.
I need to
Yeah,
drink.
nothing else matters, really.
You know what I mean?
That's why, like, honestly, going this trip pre-Ramadan was the biggest blessing, bro. Like, I only realized when I got back, like, how much of a blessing it was. Because when you're there, everything, like, wherever you are, it becomes normal, right? Like, even when you go to, like, a certain country or city, it kind of becomes normal. And, you know, you're going through the motions and stuff. And then when I got... So, like, basically, like, even just seeing, like, their lifestyle, even the simplest things, yeah, what they're wearing, or, you know, their houses as well, their, like, conditions of the house, like, it's obviously not the same to Australia, but they just don't care too much about that, where it's like, khalas, like, it's enough. We'll focus on other things. Like, this is what we need to focus on. You know, we're like family orientated, like they're socializing a lot more than us, bro. Like you said, like they work in Spain, they work but then they're more focused about after hours.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. Like, obviously, alhamdulillah, my friend has his own business, but then that's the whole idea, like having your own business. And then these guys are socializing every single night. Like, there's markets going on. There's like so active. There's activities for kids and stuff. And there's a lot of young families there, because obviously every culture is different. But then their priorities is like, okay, get married, start a family, build a community here. Like, it's beautiful to see. Like, super refreshing, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it really starts to make you understand what's more important in life, and also not to worry about the extra things, about the things that could influence you just to prove to others or show others, you have this, you have that. It's like, it's so irrelevant.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, no.
It's all about perception.
Yeah,
That's something I was learning in class the other day, yeah? The teacher was talking about how the way, like they put up different images on the board, and then what you choose to focus on, you'll see. You know what I mean? So it's like, those images where, like, for example, like there'll be 2 different things or 3 different things, like that rabbit with the duck face thing emoji. And she's like,
oh, I know what
you
you're
know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And it's like, what do you see, the duck, or do you see the rabbit, or do you see something else? Yeah. And like, you understand that your brain, like, it latches onto things and it creates meaning based off of what you focus on. And like, beyond what we focus on, there's a lot more to life, bro.
Yeah.
Like, there's different perspectives, there's different ways of doing things. If you were to up and leave now and go to Thailand, and that's it, you go and live there, then you start living, like, you start to like acclimatize to their culture and whatever it is. You're gonna come back here and you go, whoa, what the hell? Everyone's so cooked here, man. Relax.
Yeah. It's more simplistic there than more here. When more you have to have that, like, you need everything.
Yeah.
Basically, when you go to countries like, they're more simple-minded, they're simple focused, simple driven.
Yeah.
They're living a more comfortable lifestyle than we are here.
Big time, and they're a lot more happier than us and more content, bro.
Simplicity is beautiful, man.
It's honestly, it's the way to go, bro. Because when I came back, I remember just because in general, like, my family, like, we're all working and stuff, we're all like go studying. But I only realized when we came back, I'm thinking, like, obviously I slept in, I was like kicking it that day, I didn't go to work, whatever. And I was seeing everyone gone, like, everyone's rushing. Like, I'm thinking in my mind, relax.
Yeah,
What's the rush, man? Like, enjoy life, like, enjoy the moment, kick back.
When I was in the UK, remember I told you when I was kicking it freshly grounded with Faisal and stuff?
Yeah.
Bro, they were like frantic, Haram.
Yeah, see?
Like, the way the lifestyle is there, it's us on steroids.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then I was there, and we don't have a relatively easy life either. We're not like just sitting, kicking back 10 hours of the day, 11 hours of the day.
Yeah.
We're actually moving and we're doing things as well. Oftentimes we're very busy ourselves. But then I'm looking at them, I'm like, whoa, they're a different level of busy. Like, how, like, you sit there and you go, wow, how could you have one-upped us?
Yeah, how's that possible?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're thinking, well, like, I'm the busiest guy in the world. And then...
It's because, bro, like, we keep looking for the next thing. Like, let's just say, for example, it's like, we're recording episodes, we're like getting guests, like, yeah, we knocked it off, we're sweet, we're moving ahead, this and that. And then it's like, okay, let's go to the next thing. It's like, when are you going to relax then?
Yeah.
Or like work in general, it's like, we're always looking for the next thing to like get ahead, and like this idea of hard work and success. Like, it's all good, but then it's like, everyone's idea of success is different.
Yeah, well, I think it's more like the Western society where you're looking for the next big thing. You want to be the next one. When you go to other countries, they're more like, I'm chill, bro. Like, I got everything handled, bro. Like,
what else do I need, bro?
Like, I don't need this, I don't need
everyone's
that.
eating, everyone's happy, they got clothes on their back, roof over their head, Mickey. They're drinking clean water. That's what I want. Did you notice, though, the times or the day being longer?
A lot longer.
Did you feel like there's more barakah in that time?
A lot, because you're socializing with like the right people, and you're talking about like the right topics, and just like, it's just beautiful feeling, like, because it's a lot different to experience. Like, it's one thing to experience as a tourist, like Phuket, for example, for myself, and then coming to a village where it's like, I'm with locals. Like, I feel part of the community. I understand your life. I understand you as a person, as you're a Muslim, like, you're my brother. Like, it's just beautiful. Like, that's the whole point. Like you said before, the human interaction is so vital in our lives, especially as Muslims, man. Like, family's number one, brotherhood, strengthening brotherhood in general. And it's just like, they've just got it right.
Yeah,
like, as simple as their life is, maybe they don't make as much money as us, but
that's why you solo trip, mate. That's why you solo trip.
Exactly.
Look what he came back. Become more wiser.
Look at him, bro.
It's
Looks like he's
honestly,
about to
like,
sink into the chair.
bro, I was taking the flight back to Melbourne, and usually, you know, sometimes you feel a bit like, oh, you know, alhamdulillah, I'm coming home, I can't wait.
Yeah.
I was like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
I want to
yeah,
stay there,
yeah.
bro.
That's what I was thinking as well.
It's like, I
man.
shouldn't be coming back to Melbourne.
Wallah.
But just because that's how it is, though. Like, after COVID, first trip is not enough.
Mm.
It's like you're trying to catch up for lost time.
100%.
But alhamdulillah, man, like, amazing experience. Honestly, there's probably so much I've missed out on, but it'll come up, like...
And you can use that as fodder in other arguments.
Yeah,
and stuff.
100%, 100%. It'll come about in the weeks to... what do you say?
It's
Just
a
say
message
fodder.
It's FIFA pack opening type thing. Okay.
Oh, okay. Thank God I didn't hear it. I didn't get it.
No, it makes sense. Actually, in the context of
Yeah.
the situation, it does make sense.
But yeah, it'll come with the weeks to come, inshallah. But
That's
bro,
good.
honestly, biggest blessing. Like, I can't thank my friend enough. Like, if you think about it, like we were talking about the other episode, I met him once, but this guy, like, I stayed in he had a spare apartment. Obviously, alhamdulillah, that worked out well. But then still, he allowed me to stay there. He looked after me. He has a business, but then he took me around his whole week, took me all these places, paid for some things as well. It's like, brotherhood is everything, bro, honestly.
I think I figured out a way to help those people who love social media and the attention it gives. Go to, what's it called, Patani?
Patani.
Yeah, Patani. You're going to be a very odd person there. You're going to be one of the only people. You want attention.
100%.
Go there. Get off social media.
100%, bro.
Go to Patani and be the one
odd
what's
one
that
out.
weird link? The odd one out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go
Outsider.
do that instead of putting your photos
Bro,
up online expecting
It's
a
like,
couple
seriously,
likes.
man. Like, I'll go for walks, bro, like in the mornings, just to suss out like the street I'm on and see whatever else I can find. Bro, they stare at you like every single time. I just got used to it, but then I was just laughing. It was like, this is normal here.
Some people live for that stuff, bro. That's what I mean.
Oh, they do.
Yeah,
Like, go Patani,
they
bro.
do. Well, they should straight up. But it was weird, man. But then it just shows like not many people travel, not many people get exposure to other things.
Yeah.
It's
Life's big, man. The
it
world
is
is huge.
massive, bro. I was so confused.
And so small at the same time.
Yeah.
True, like we are connected in the same way. So
Doesn't make sense what I said, but
no, we
we'll
are.
run with it.
Oh, bro, I'm gonna run with it, bro.
We'll run with it.
Yeah.
Anything else you wanted to add, bro? Because we'll wrap it up soon. The
No,
show.
well done.
alhamdulillah, it was all good. It's just thank my friend for everything, and alhamdulillah.
What's his name? Shout him out, bro.
Fatah, I'm gonna shout you out.
I'm coming
Thank
to
you
have a
very much.
coffee. I'm coming to have a coffee and kick it back there. I need some attention.
I want that special coffee that you guys
Bring him
did.
down to Melbourne, inshallah.
No, 100%.
I'm trying to push him to come down, inshallah.
Maybe you can teach us Polish.
Yes, why not?
Yeah?
Thai, Malay,
Allah.
Rashid. Thank you very much for watching another Fair Income episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment as well. Whether you think Ali's just is on a high, or you reckon he's cooked, let us know. Thank you very much. Take care.